All right. Hello, my beautiful dear friends. How are you? Welcome back. Okay, so let's see what we got for our friends Taurus this week, this beautiful middle of August. Let's see what we got. General reading, okay, Taurus? We're going to look at different things. We're going to look at the reading itself. We're going to get a few messages. We're going to get a yes or no coin at the end, and compatibility run, see how compatible you are with other signs. However, yeah, you're going to get a lot of information too, but please keep in mind, this is a general reading, okay? So if it fits, good. If it doesn't, don't force it. Look, if it doesn't, it means there are no changes for you this week. It's as simple as that. So just get what fits and leave what doesn't. It could be for somebody else. Now, how does the reading work quickly? It's very simple. So I keep the reading as simple as I can. This is the now moment. This is the last few months. This is the next few months. Now, the card at the bottom of the deck is your spiritual direction, meaning your overall energy, what you should be doing, or the way you feel spiritually right now. This card here instead represents what you're dealing with on planet Earth, like what you're actually going through right now. Ideally, they should match. That's being in sync. If they don't match, it means that you're off track somewhat. Okay, so let's start by looking at wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Well, you know what? Actually, it's not that bad. Let me see. Yeah, they're not upside down. I thought the entire deck was upside down. But you know what? Normally, this is a terrible card, right? Terrible card. I mean, it doesn't get any. I think the only card worse than this in the deck is the death card, right? This is the second worst card in the deck. Why yours was upside down. So normally this card represent the end of something, complete, like totally unfixable, totally unredeemable. I mean, the Nine of Swords is a lot of tears, a lot of pain, but it can still be fixed. There is still some ways around it, but the Ten of Swords is kaput, finished, finito, like can't take it anymore. I'm done. This is the bottom. This is the dark night of the soul, but yours was upside down. So what does that mean? It means that you're done. It means that you have overcome whatever it is that brought you down. Totally overcome. And now you come out on the other end, which means resuscitated, which means it's not bothering you anymore, which means normally I don't read upside down cards. I've been thinking of studying, but not only that, this is so symbolic that I must keep it upside down, okay? Now, let me see what's going on with you instead from the material standpoint. You've been stuck. Okay, so you're done being stuck. So basically, you've been waiting for something to stop, for pain to stop, for suffering to stop, for something bad, something that kept you unable to move forward, backward, sideways, nothing. You couldn't do nothing. You felt like your hands are tied. Then all of a sudden, you got an idea, you see? You got an idea. That is an illumination, eureka moment. So you said, you know what? I can't keep on waiting forever. If it's a relationship, this could be, you've been promising me for months, for a year or two, nothing ever happens. That's it. I'm done. Goodbye. See you later. If it's a job, maybe they promised you a big raise or a promotion. It ain't coming. Okay, I'm done. See you later. If it's a family situation, I don't know, maybe they kept you couldn't do certain things, or you were not able to get a relationship going because you have to look after your parents or whatever. It doesn't matter. This is one of these. That's it. I'm done. Thank you. I'm out of here. So that's really interesting. Let me see if I can get a little bit more information about that. So right now you are in the rebound, on the rebound. You said enough is enough. Let's see what else set my spirit guide would like to add to this now moment. To this now moment. Okay, so some of you went or are going through legal issues. Some of you be waiting for money for a very long time. That's it. So everything is going to be resolved to your favor. Okay. Now you need some physical rest, and perhaps you need some sleep. Perhaps you need to take care of yourself. Now let's see what these 3 months have been for you guys. Okay, so you've been said there was someone who try and cheat you out of money or out of some kind of an offer, a sale, a purchase, whatever. And you've been hoping and hoping and hoping. So, number one, this card here represents a very good person. Number one. So you are a very honest, good individual. And you're really sensitive and you've been hurt. You've been hurt emotionally. Perhaps you were left unannounced, meaning when you least expected. Perhaps somebody just walked away from you. In other words, you've been missing something really, really important. On the other hand, some of you, or concurrently, some of you might have tried to sell or buy something or some kind of a financial transaction, and somebody tried to take advantage of you, or some of you could have lended money and they don't want to return it, or they're making all kinds of excuses. So you've been stuck waiting for something to unblock, something to, turn around. You've been hoping and you've been trying to manifest a different outcome. So it looks like, from what I see here, things are becoming unblocked, unstuck. So it looks like you're going to be able to now get things done. You're done. You're really, really done with this. You don't want to keep on doing this. It's just, you're done. So you want to become unstuck, and I believe that based on this and this and this, you have found a solution. So if it was a court case, it's now over. If it was a divorce procedure, it's now over. If money was owed to you, it's being resolved as we speak, etc., etc., etc. So you're going to be just fine. Okay. Now, what else can we add? So first of all, you truly, truly, truly need to rest. Okay. So you walked away, or somebody walked away from you, and it's been a lot of work for you guys. A lot of work to make it to this point. To some, it was a surprise. To some, was a lot of hurt and pain. But the good part is it is over. Okay, it is over, and you're now restarting. Isn't that interesting? The one day, interesting. Okay, so you're restarting. See, right there you go. So you have a power. You feel very powerful right now, and you feel that you can restart and begin something anew. So let's see what's going on this side. So right now you're still there. You go. Now we're talking. You're still hurt, you guys. I gotta be honest with you. You're still hurt, and you gotta get out of this. So it looks like you're going to meet a very important person, someone from your past. This person could literally be your soulmate for generations. The only thing I could recommend is you're coming across right now as very hurt, disappointed, and needy. That's never a good thing. I would recommend before you start something serious, think about it and fix yourself first. I can see your soulmate is coming. I can see they are going to show up anytime now, but you don't want to start something like that feeling down the dumps. You're still very hurt and very, you don't understand what happened. In other words, why me? What did I do wrong? Well, you didn't do nothing wrong. It just people make different decisions, right? So try and fix yourself first before you because it looks like your soulmate is coming within 3 months. You're gonna meet your soulmate within 3 months. So you're gonna win in the end. There is no question. But you're still sad. You're still disappointed. There you go. See, I knew it. So before you are going to get married and be happy in a relationship with your soulmate, did you see how that card came over here? Isn't it interesting, isn't it? Before you do that, clear any residual feelings, whatever happened here. See, you're going to understand eventually. I know right now you might be hurting and you feel needy, abandoned, betrayal, cheated on. I understand all of that. But you see what's coming up here? So what does that mean? It means that, yeah, right now you are suffering and still, lingering with all of this here, but you're going to realize very soon that all of it happened so that you can get something incredibly beautiful. So I know you're suffering, but the moment you're going to be over here, who cares about what happened here? This is a totally different level. This is the real deal. This is real happiness with somebody that is really your person. So do you see how all of a sudden, when you look at these two cards, all of a sudden none of this matters anymore? Actually, thank you for that. You're going to have to thank them for cheating on you so that you could leave them and you could be free again so that you could meet your soulmate. You see how things develop eventually? So don't worry, you're going to be fine. And it's going to happen fairly quickly. And you're going to feel like sweat, like, oh my God. And you're going to understand that all of this happened for a reason. So don't worry. All of it happened for a reason, for this reason right here. No worries, okay? Now, as far as signs is concerned, I'm going to read the top row. We have a Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Okay? Those are the signs, my dear friends. Let's look at the love message from the universe, angelic love messages. One, two, 3, and 4. Oh, there's a dog outside barking like crazy. Express your love. So, yeah, and retreat. So you're going to meet your special person and you guys going to have a nice talk. You're going to go away somewhere and you guys are going to express your love for each other. I think I want to reemphasize this. Make sure you're done with all of this because you don't want to bring this chaos into the new relationship. Because this relationship, my dear friends, not only is got nothing to do with this, but it's something totally on a different level. So don't bring any of this garbage over here because this is truly something heaven sent, okay? All right. Now, let me get a couple of messages, whether they're oracles or from someone, it doesn't matter. Top and bottom, 1 and 2. So we have one of each. All right. So the message from someone is, I know I messed things up. So no, really? Wow. Fated meeting. There you go. So this thing was fated, meant to be, destiny, predetermined. All of this was meant to be. So don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. Now, think of your question. Your answer is nope. All right, let's look now at the compatibility run. Guys, this is a general reading, so don't make too much of it, meaning don't force it, okay? If it doesn't fit you, it doesn't fit you. I see from your message, someone is Marco, that's me 100%. Some say so, some say, no, it's not my reading. I know, that's what I just said. That's what I just said. If you need a personal reading, like 100% yours, bottom left is the address, and I'm going to show it at the end again, okay? Setteachings.org. Okay, So you are Taurus, of course. We're going to start from Aries, as always. We're going to go all around and see how you get along with each sign right now. Taurus with Aries. You guys can build a fortune. But I wonder if, what about love? I'll give you an example, which I make often. Take any royal family, it doesn't matter which one. Take any royal family. They got castles, they got Rolls Royce, they got billions of dollars. They got everything, right? But the question, have you ever asked yourself this question? Do they love each other? Or is it just all for looks and window dressing? I'm not going to answer that question. It's up to you to interpret. So this is one of these things. Generational wealth, incredible wealth. But what about love? Taurus and Taurus. Well, we got a Taurus card here. Look at this. Taurus. See that? Okay. So money, 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 money. If two Taurus get together, their main driver is the money. Are they going to love each other? I don't know. But money is going to be their number one preoccupation and goal, I guess. Taurus with Gemini. Very, very strict. I think you're going to have to become extremely strict with them because they're simply too wild for your liking. And in order to make a relationship work, you're going to have to basically dictate who's boss, if you like. Okay. Taurus with the Cancer. With Cancer, it's a lost cause. It's going to take just too much work, too much effort, and you're not going to see the results that you hoped for. What about with Leo? With Leo, don't even think about it. That is the actual person right there. See? Don't even think about it. Yeah, Taurus and Leos cannot get along. What about Virgo? With Virgo, yes, you guys can do very, very well. A lot of travel, a lot of fun, a lot of vacations. Yes, absolutely. With Libra, very passionate, very hot in the bedroom, but not much else. And what about Scorpio? With Scorpio, they're going to cheat on you even before you start. Forget it. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, again, is going to be a good relationship, not the greatest, but it can work, but it's mostly based on financial things, okay? And Capricorn. With Capricorn, it could be very affectionate, very loving relationship. What about with Aquarius? With Aquarius, you guys cannot think alike. You're different tangents. They say one thing, you say, yeah, I understand, but you understand the opposite, and vice versa. And what about finally Pisces? Very balanced and very long-lasting relationship. All right. Thank you, my dear friends. I really appreciate you. If you need to talk to me for anything, the address is right on the screen. And if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe so that we help the channel grow always a little bit more and so that I can offer more and more and more. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. See you soon.